Hi, so today I wanted to show you how I renovated this apartment in San Myshuno, and it's one of the really gross ones. It's pretty disgusting, filthy, and cheap, so I really wanted to make it into a homey and beautiful, more modern apartment that you Sims can use. I used a lot of CC. I'm planning on making a version without CC, but I just wanted to have fun, so I decided that I would just use as much custom content as I would like to, especially because it's free. You don't have to pay for it, so if you're playing on PC, I can really recommend downloading CC as it really enriches your game by a lot. So yeah, you can see that I also changed the layout of this apartment. In the beginning, on the right side, there was the main bedroom and then the little room in the middle that you can see. It was a bit bigger, but it was a kid's room, which was pretty weird because there was no window, so it was a really depressing room. And on the left side, there's now the main bedroom. We only have one bedroom now. There used to be a kitchen and a bathroom. So before the renovation, the apartment was a bit bigger. However, I still think that now this apartment is much more enjoyable to play in. If you think otherwise, you can let me know in the comments down below, but I personally really like it now. And as you can see, I tried to use a lot of light colors because even though there are a few windows, it's still kind of a really dark apartment. So I think darker colors would just make it more, I don't know, cramped in and just look like a cave. So I really wanted to brighten up the space with light colors. And I did use color, mainly through plants. So I used a lot of plants to give it a bit of more color through the plants. So yeah, maybe I could have used more color in the future. I might try to do an apartment with more colors and maybe just in general just a colorful apartment. But yeah, as you can see, I tried to make the wallpaper a bit more interesting, but I decided to go the basic way and just use woods. I guess not everyone would like that, but I personally, again, think it's a pretty nice choice. And then I used this wardrobe, which looks a lot like the IKEA wardrobe, which I really enjoy. It makes it really realistic. So then I was thinking about if I wanted to use blinds on this window or not, because there are not any close neighbors nearby, but I think in the morning it would be pretty annoying to wake up and have your bed be lit up by the sun shining through. So I decided to still place the blinds, so it's cozier and also not so annoying in the morning if you wake up. I mean, in The Sims it doesn't really matter, but I still like to be realistic. Yeah, we also needed a desk, so I decided to put a desk in this corner. Since we don't have an extra room anymore, I wanted to make like a study nook or an office nook, depending on what your sim does. If they're a student or if they're, I don't know, working from home, it's just nice in general to have a little office space or just a computer you can use. However, you don't really need a desk for that anymore, since you can place laptops on countertops as well. But I really just wanted a space where you can just chill, work some on your computer, and just enjoy your time. I will later come in and change it a bit because I wanted to close it off a bit more, since I don't feel like you really have a work-life balance in this room right now, because there's your rest time on the bed and then work time on the left, like right next to your bed. And I personally prefer to kind of have a divider, which I will add in a bit, right? And yeah, as you can see, I also placed a mirror so you have a full view of your outfit. And here I was thinking about where I would do the bathroom, not the bathroom, the living room and the kitchen. So I decided to go for the bigger space for the kitchen. I just simply think it's a better use of space, especially because we don't have a dining room and we can use these counter islands as, a space to eat, as well as use them for actual cooking. Also, I think that apartments that have bigger kitchens in general just look more expensive and just nicer. I don't know, maybe this is just again a personal preference, but yeah, that's why I decided to place a kitchen here and use the bigger space for it. We don't really have a table. I won't use a table because we have these countertops, and I think if you're living on your own, or even if just two Sims are living here, you don't really need a table. I mean, you could add one, but it's not necessary. And yeah, there is some tape on the floor which you can't remove for whatever reason. The Sims decided that it's just there. That's why the rent is so cheap. Makes sense. But I covered it up with a carpet, and here you can see I came back to make this nook a bit more closed off of the bedroom. Yeah, I was thinking about different ways how I can do that, but I just decided to put a wall there. So then I also decided to put some shelves on this wall here, and you'll see me struggle a bit with the options. I had a rough time deciding what kind of shelves I wanted to use because the shadowing, as you can see right here, didn't work. I don't know why. It was just these shelves, and for whatever reason, the right shelves on the right side, they just looked weird. So I was looking for different options, and yeah, I decided to use other shelving in a second. You'll see it in a bit. Yeah, I tried different kind of styles, and I went for this wooden style, which I really like. I wish the shelf would connect the two walls, like it would just be the perfect length, but this is fine too. Can't have everything in The Sims. And I just placed some books. I think they're actually usable, so if your Sims click on them, you can actually read, which I think is really cool. And I just, decorated with plants to make it a bit more interesting and lively, as if you just use beige colors, it just gets really boring and it looks like you're in a hospital. So I wanted to add a bit more color, even though arguably I could have added just like actual color, for example on the bedding, but I don't know, this apartment is just a really light color vibe, I guess. Right, and then I was thinking about what kind of couch, and I went for this one. Again, it's beige, but I will make it more interesting with cushions. So I placed a bunch of cushions to first of all make it more comfy, and second of all, again, add a bit of color. Alright, as you can see, I decided to go again for green because we already have green in the plants, and like green and beige I think just looks really nice. Again, I think beige looks good with any color, but this is the scheme I went for. And right, I also decided to place a coffee table. Even though the space it's not really big, it's still, I think, nice to have a coffee table where you can put your stuff, your remote, anything you might need. And then I was really thinking about what to put on this wall. I was thinking about some cool light, like maybe something like this, like a neon light, not neolight, but it was too pink and it just didn't fit really in. So I was just checking out what I can put there, and I went for this kind of green planter type of thing, which I hope you don't bang your head on it, but I guess this is just a sim, so it doesn't really matter. And then, as you can see, I put some clutter on the coffee table, like a remote, some glasses. I really like the sculpture. I don't know, some people might really hate it, but I really like it. And by the entrance I also wanted to put another mirror. I think it's nice when you go out or you just come in to just have a look at your outfit if you look nice. Right, and now I went back to the kitchen. I just kind of jumped around. I don't know, sometimes I really have to focus in different rooms and come back with a fresh mind when I'm like too stuck on furnishing, on decorating. Yes, I wanted to also place a skill building item, and I went for the easel, which is a really funny word. But so your Sims can also paint in here, which I think is nice. I think painting makes a lot of money in the Sims, so it's a good way to make extra money and then maybe upgrade some appliances. Even though I must admit, these appliances that I've used in this apartment are all really expensive. And also a lot of the paintings cost like thousands of simoleons. However, I think the pricing is a bit off, so I just ignored it because, yeah, the items look really nice, but I think sometimes you can get nice looking stuff also for cheap, so I just pretend that the stuff is actually not that expensive. But you will need definitely a lot of simoleons to be able to afford this apartment or to just even live there. Which, yeah, I can try in the future to make a budget-friendly apartment, but again, today I just wanted to really relax and just play and just use whatever I wanted to and with whatever money I had. Right, so again, making it more realistic by placing brushes and paints. And I will come back to the stove because I really think it looks out of place. I don't know why, but it just looks really weird, so I will replace it, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I was looking at the bin options. There are not a lot of nice bins. I really like the one that came with Growing Together. So I place it there because it's actually the diaper bin, but I think you can just use it as a normal bin. Right, so as you can see, I placed the oven on the counter side, on the island side, and then we have a really nice stove on this side. I like this, looks so much better. I think it looks way more modern, and it fits the apartment, and it's aesthetic just way better. Yeah, so again, I like to use a lot of plants here to make it more friendly and to make it just look more lived in. And I guess the sim that lives here, or the sims, again, you can have up to 2 sims living here, they really take good care of the plants because they look all really green and really nice. So yeah, now we are coming to the end, or close to the end. I'm finishing now the bathroom, and I went and used the new Growing Together stuff. I really like the bathtub combination. Before that, you can see we don't have a lot of nice options. Now we do have one, but this is just really not the vibe. I guess it's realistic. The ones we had, well, the last one that you saw was realistic. The other one's not really that much, I think. But they just don't look that nice. And I think in a modern apartment, this kind of shower tub combination is more appropriate. Yeah, so I went for the golden handles. So I wanted to use a toilet and a toilet holder roller thing also with golden accents. I will change it in a bit, don't worry. Yeah, here you can see I changed that. All of the handles and stuff are golden. And then I placed also the Growing Together sink here. It took me a while to find it. Here, I got it, found it. And yeah, I think it just looks really nice. And I went for the beige option because, yeah, there were no other really good options with this, with the golden appliances. Not golden appliances, I don't know what it's called, the golden thingies. I guess you can figure out what I mean. Right, and then I placed toothbrushes and soap by using Alt and 9, or just Alt, or just 9, I don't know. The 9 key, I think. You can place stuff up when you use the Move Objects cheat to place stuff. I can make a video on cheats if you want to in the future, but yeah. So that's it. That's the apartment. I'm making a small room tour, as you can see. Yeah, this is the living room. It was a bit laggy, I'm sorry for that. I will try in the future to make it less laggy. This is the kitchen. I have a really nice view. I really like the view. I would like cooking there. This is the bathroom. I think it's perfect enough for like such a small apartment. So actually amazing. This is the office nook, and here you can see the bedroom. And that's it. Thank you for listening and watching this video. I really appreciate it. And if you liked it, leave a like and a comment down below. So see you till next time. Oh, actually, see you next time, not till next time. Oops.